If you don't know who we are, I'm Chad, that's Jeremy.
What's up?
And together, this podcast, this tag team, this collective, these Comic Con conquerors, these gaming gods, these wrestling phenoms, we are Fusion-Haa!
We've been through the storm, now we're here.
Alrighty, Nostalgia-Con, what is going on?
Hey.
If you guys don't know, I'm Chad.
I'm Jeremy.
And we're the Fusion-Haa podcast, and we have a very special guest. And at first, I gotta thank you so much because we get to finally sit down.
I made them sit down. I have to sign a whole bunch of cards, so I was like, come and hang out with me.
So she's not being rude, she's busy as a bee.
Yeah, so if you could just introduce yourself to the people.
My name is Lisa Ortiz. You guys know me as the voice of Amy Rose from Sonic X, OG Chopper from One Piece, Vaporeon, Litten, Karina, tons of trainers and various things from Pokemon, Ashwat, and My Hero Academia, Burnin, and of course Serenity Wheeler from Yu-Gi-Oh! And a ton of others. So I'm signing a couple of Karina cards right now. So
okay.
and Sabrina from there. So I just signed a Gengar.
Oh, nice, Gengar. So first off, thank you for doing this for us, and especially since you're so busy, we really appreciate it. So if you could just tell us a bit about yourself and how you got into voice acting.
I always tell people that I got into voice acting because my brother stole my car. That was sort of my origin story. I know people don't tell about that. I was sick. I was still in school when I started, and I had a car that was also sick because the battery would die. And so I stayed home from mono for one season. I was studying theater already, and my brother took my car, wound up at a friend George's house. I called, and he was like, "Your car doesn't work." I'm like, "That's why I said don't take it." And he said, "Well, it's at George's," and then he hung up the phone. And then the next person who called me was like, "Have you seen your brother?" And I'm like, "Do you know who George is?" Okay, and it turns out that my friend Rob, who picked me up, was at the time he was working for a company called Central Park Media.
Okay.
And they were looking for people to start doing voiceover, and he's like, "Do you know anybody who might be interested in this?" And I was like, "That's what I'm studying." So I always tell people it's like, it's a little bit of kismet, but it's also like being prepared and meeting the thing. And so I did my first audition, which was for a show called Record of Lotus War, and I wound up being cast in it as the High Elf Deedlit. And I started my professional career by saying, "Ew, it's moldy in here."
Oh.
That was, not many people get to live that great life.
So first of all, can I say this? You sound like Amy just plain old talking.
Yeah.
Well, right now, yes, I do. My regular voice is a little bit deeper when it's there, but I've been Amying so much this weekend that I get stuck in my Amy-ness.
It's an Amy accent, y'all.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. That happens sometimes. By the end of the week, I used to joke when I was living I lived in New York for most of it. I live in LA now. By the end of a session, a recording session, if I came outside and people bumped into me, I was doing anime sounds. I was like, sorry.
Oh, you was stuck in character. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's just the way that it is.
We call that method.
Right. So throughout this whole weekend in Nostalgia-Con, out of all the characters that you play, who, for the fans, who they like, I want you to do this voice or sign this? Who was that character?
There's a couple. There's a couple that people usually come. Obviously, a lot of people come for Amy Rose. Because, I guess, Sonic. I like him. You like him. It's great. And a ton of Pokemon. Always people come for Umbreon and Oshawott and Sabrina. And OG back in the day, Chopper and things like that. But it's a good mix. But Amy always gets a lot of love. A lot of love. And this little baby, Oshawott.
So, in the spirit of Nostalgia-Con, we're all coming here to see our favorite voice actors that played our favorite cartoon, regular TV shows. What were some TV shows or cartoons that you watched growing up?
Okay, so I was a Transformers, G.I. Joe, Gem and the Holograms.
Oh.
I watched what was in some places the Battle of the Planets and in other places was Voltron.
Oh,
so
okay.
I was a hardcore TV watcher and I was
Okay.
a hardcore cartoon watcher. So I watched all this, and then I kept watching stuff after that. But and I watched all the like the Smurfs and all that. And I was a huge Thundercats fan.
Oh,
so
yes.
What's very exciting about that is that I direct now. I direct Pokemon. I direct Pokemon Horizons, the new
okay.
reboot.
Yeah.
Eventually, I took over doing that, and I got to have Larry Kenny in the cast, and it was amazing. And he does sort of a superhero voice on one of the characters, and it was one of the coolest things that I ever have to say. That's the only time, and I was super cool when we were recording, but that is the only time that I've gone up to someone I worked with and been like, I would like you to sign this for me. So.
Oh, wow. Internally, you were like, yes!
Yeah. And he was like, okay, well, I saw you last week. I was like, yeah, no, but I just want Lionel. Okay.
That is so cool.
So yeah, so I was a big. I didn't know when I started that animation could be a job, and I certainly didn't know. Like, I had no idea this. I had no idea I would still be here. I had no idea I would be almost missing my plane signing cards.
Oh.
But yeah, so it's so for NostalgiaCon, it's cool because I see a lot of people some that I worked with for time, like our whole gang, like our Yu-Gi-Oh gang was out over here. I saw so many other people that I work with now on other projects. I saw some of them, My Hero Crew, a whole bunch of stuff. But it's, for me, NostalgiaCon also, it just has all the stuff that I watch too. So, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. This is my last question. I know we passed. I'm like behind you. You're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I was like, what's happening?
No.
And then I was also like, I gotta figure out how to sign this Ashwat.
Yes, ma'am. My last question. How's NostalgiaCon treated you so far? How do you like it?
I love NostalgiaCon. Like, it's been very, very cool. I know we're packing up right now, so if you see that happen up around, around us, because I got to catch my flight. But NostalgiaCon's been awesome. I love the people. I love the fans. Everybody who's come up has been super great. I get kept busy signing these, which is a lot of fun. But and I also spend too much of my budget on all the cool shops and stuff that are out there. I had to show my derpy nails for my K-pop Demon Hunter off. So yeah, I love it.
K-pop Demon Hunter? Oh,
yeah, look at this.
Let's check that out.
Yeah, this is derpy. I got derpy nails.
That is nice.
Cool, right?
I like that. I like that.
Sorry, I'm very into my derpy nails, so just in case. I've only seen it 6 times. So.
Only 6?
Only 6. I know. That makes me like I'm like a tier. You have to get to the sing-along level. And
unfortunately, in our house, it's on repeat all day long.
See, well, I have the soundtrack on repeat. I just haven't watched it because I have to sit down. So I drive with that soundtrack and I fly with it. So.
Ooh, favorite song? What's your favorite song?
I know I'm old hard school. I play Golden, and this is the song. Oh my God, why is my brain going fly? This is the song. This is what it sounds like. Yeah.
That's my jam right there.
Yeah. I blast that when I'm driving around the
That's
city.
me in the gym. Just working out to it. Well, we won't take up any more of your time. You're busy. Thank you so much for doing this with us. I really appreciate it. We can nerd out, talk about music, Pokemon, Sonic. I love it.
I love it too. See, I'm signing my Pokemon cards on my K-pop thing. This is how you know and fans know when they come to the table that I'm gonna geek out as much as they are. It's great. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Now I gotta get back to signing these cards so I can catch my plane.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
We're the Fusion-Haa podcast, and we're out. Peace out.